spoiler discussion.
That's a fact. Because it's about to go down. Yeah, we in here.
We're in here ready to do this. Would you like to kick the door open, sir?
What question was you going to ask niggas when you stopped them to see if they was the murderer? Tell me. Just give me one question that you're going to ask to figure out if this person that you have zero. Yo, when they started describing, well, he could have been a tall black man.
They named everything.
Hey, dude, they named everything. I was like, they have no clue who the fuck it is. So how are you going to stop everybody? They said there are 3,000 men in this joint. He's one of them. And he's like scared as shit. I'm thinking to myself, nigga, if you as intelligent as you are and have done so much stuff throughout the years, the first thing I would have done is walk to a police officer and be like, yeah, bro, what seems to be the problem? The same way he walked up to the other guy at the t-shirt stand. Right. Take your daughter, walk to the joint, and just be like, hey, what's going on? Oh, yeah, there's a murderer. Oh, okay. Well, how can I help? What you need from me? Oh, yeah. Oh, do you have your ticket? Nope. Threw it away. I'm in here now. What do I need it for? All right, what's your next question?
Wait, what else can you really ask that's going to help you determine that he's your guy?
Nothing else. Nothing else. Bro, there's nothing. Not for 3,000 people. This is not going to be an interrogation in a police station. They don't have time to run your phone number and type. They don't have time for none of that shit. You have 3,000 people, and you honestly can't really, by law, you can't really hold niggas like that unless there's a crime that's been committed on the premises. As long as he was sweating like he had a dirty knife in his pocket, like he had just stabbed up a nigga. And then put the blood on his balls. Like, I don't understand what the hell was going on. Like, I'm like, walk the fuck out the door. He's sweating. What are you scared for? They don't know. He been with the earpiece in for over an hour and a half, 2 hours, and them saying, we don't know who the fuck it is. He could be anybody. He around here. And the more you doing to try to cover your shit or to try to get out the door, the more you making yourself look guilty. You walking out on the roof. Mad niggas see you. Take note. All right, bro. All right, yeah. You say you work here? Cool. Hold up for a second. Let me take just a mental note. I would have been like, hey, somebody just came out on the roof. Because if you know that the nigga's slick, you know he gonna be trying shit. Anybody that steps out of place should become a suspect, regardless of whether you have the card and the secret password and you jiggle the nigga ball. It should none of that matter. Like, as soon as you start stepping out of line, we gotta take a note. Like I said, take a picture. Oh, all right. An explosion happened. Guess what? That's video cameras. Somebody gonna see you walk behind the counter and drop the shit in. And after nothing,
come on now.
Even in that busy ass kitchen, how the fuck you gonna get them? You gonna take them two big ass jugs off of a counter and put them inside of some grease, and nobody see that shit?
Come on now.
He's not even a short little nigga. No. He like 6'5". 250, 260 pounds. This nigga, and look, the nigga in the t-shirt stand, like, damn, you're a strong motherfucker. This is stupid as shit, bruh. And he walking around looking too hard at shit. And I'm like, there was a couple of times I'm like, chill, bro. Chill. You giving yourself away. You doing too much staring. You just doing too much. And I'm just like, just walk out the door. What they gonna do? There's nothing they can do to prove nothing. Even once I found out that wifey snitched, she really didn't know nothing.
Yeah, she was just trying to rule it out. She didn't even know what she was trying to rule out. You know what I mean?
That was dumb too. Which I was like, this was supposed to be the slick twist. This is the slick twist. I thought the slick twist. Like I even said when he left and then the wifey was in the kitchen and the lady left, I'm thinking wifey in on it. I'm thinking that he gonna come and hit me. I was gonna be like, she's gonna be like, damn nigga, you almost got caught, nigga. Like, come on, bro. We about to take these kids and get the fuck out of here. But then she was like on some,
Yeah, I was thinking that his OCD was about just keeping her out of trouble. I thought she was the butcher. I thought his OCD was about just keeping everything tight and neat and making sure nothing leads back to her because she's the sloppy butcher. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was thinking, right? And his OCD was about keeping it clean, and then it didn't happen. I was like, well, all right.
And then like, all right, the part where the girls in the bathroom, he banging on the door, niggas going nuts. And then like Shorty say, he the butcher. And then everybody get quiet. And he talk about he locked. He's a strong motherfucker. He's too, you got kids. They halfway grown. If they getting out of line, you gonna grab 2 of them and a wife, and what? You gonna carry them all into a room and drop them in there?
Not without knocking them out. Like, if you want them to stay put and do what you want, but no, it's just like, get in here. I'm gonna lock you up on the inside. When we all know the door's locked from the inside in the bedrooms now. There's no old school key stuff, but whatever. They try to play that.
Don't the wife got a cell phone? Something ain't right. 911. And then even Shorty driver supposed to call 911, which I'm quite sure that's the reason why the cops came and all that.
They showed up.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this was so sloppily done. But like, even when she got re-kidnapped, I was like, I saw that coming. I knew that the nigga was gonna have the house.
I knew there was gonna be a tunnel.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah. It was crazy.
When she said, "Let me go to your house," I looked at Jessica. I was like, he's not keeping the guy there. He's probably got a house next door with a tunnel that gets to it. So when he started pulling stuff out of the pantry, I was like, well, there goes the tunnel. I don't know where he's going, but there goes the tunnel. It was so obvious. But that's what I meant by the extremely convenient writing. Like if you think about it, him grabbing him grabbing a random apron, going to the roof, and just happened to have a wallet in it. A random apron, and then it also has the card. That was too convenient.
What the card is like,
right? How about when he first watched the concession guy go back behind the door with his badge? 2 cops met him immediately and checked him. But then when the guy takes him to the back to get shirts, ain't nobody there checking them. Nobody there checking nothing. All the stuff it's just convenient, When and then you would think if the lady is telling everybody he's going to create incidents to try and distract us, like a fire alarm or something. Every time there was an incident, if I was a profile, I'd be like, go back and run that tape. Let me see the whole 5-10 minutes prior. And then you would notice him. You would notice when the girl found on the stairs. You would notice him by the kitchen. And then that would create a whole new level of intensity and him trying to get out. And I'm sitting there watching all this like...
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, nigga, you're putting breadcrumbs out about yourself. Every time you do some dumb shit, trying to test shit, which is a dumbass idea. Because this shit is mad obvious. You gonna stand right next to this girl and all of a sudden she fall down the steps?
Yeah.
That was dumb, bro.
You just go find somebody that's got the little thing on and talk to her to make sure she's the chosen one to go on stage so you can get that backstage pass. It just worked out so perfect. It's just too convenient, man. It's just too convenient. And that's why I say, even though I was intense, even though it had me drawn in, thinking about all that stuff just kept dropping it for me. I was like, man, this is... And how about the moment at the end? I guess they supposedly knew that he was going to come back. That's why the police were waiting in the house. But how did they know that he was going to have a delusion or a vision of somebody that was going to make him walk towards that door so they could be waiting to tase him, right?
Why are you tasing him? Why you ain't just shoot this nigga?
They shot the limo when they thought he was in the driver's seat and pop. So why you ain't just pop him when he came? I was like, man.
Four niggas with tasers. It took 4 niggas with tasers to get him down. Yeah. That's ridiculous. And then he almost got right back up when they cuffed him and he walked into the car. Nigga, he would be so fucked up they would have to carry him out of there in a gurney. Come on, bro. That's crazy.
It's just too convenient.
She drugged him. So how you get all this energy? You just got drugged. We're talking about seconds. He was I'm delusional, and then what? Now I'm not drugged no more. So now I'm Hulk. I take the first one. I take the second one. I charge at a cop. I catch a third one, and then I catch a fourth one, and that's when I go down. And then 2-3 minutes go by. Down, they lifted me on my feet. Mind you, I just been drugged 3 minutes ago and took 4 tasers, 4 professional police level take. That was crazy. And then for him
he was all back gathered,
to quietly grab Spindle off of a bike. I knew the moment he was like, let me go and fix. I knew he was
we all saw it.
something because he was gonna. And then I'm like, all right, I could have played with that if the truck had drove off by itself, or if it was like the truck and then one police car in front and there was nobody behind. It was 4 police cars.
The convoy.
It was a convoy. So all of this, nigga, where the fuck you going? It's 10, 15 niggas with automatic weapons and side holsters. And you can't unlock that truck from the inside. You can't. So with all of this, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because they're not gonna stop and go pick up other niggas. Nigga, you a special case.
Right.
You're a special case. They take you right behind them
all
bars.
Hands on deck. Yeah.
and then now it comes to the coup de grace. It was a couple thousand cops in that arena. What city has enough manpower to release thousands of cops onto one building for one suspected person that we don't know who the fuck is going to clear that?
Well, hey, I can tell you whoever wrote that had that blank check from the beekeeper.
Nice callback. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, only that would have cleared that dumb shit. I was like, that's all of Baltimore City's goddamn police officers right there. Like, that's the whole city. I mean, it wasn't 2 niggas at a door. It'd be like 10 niggas at a door. Yeah. And we all know how them arenas are. Arenas got 15, 20 different exits and entrances with 10 people apiece. And then they got at every opening inside of the joint, you got police officers run. I mean, thousands of cops. Bruh, New York City don't have enough manpower to do that. LA ain't got enough manpower. That's a lot of manpower for one person. We don't know what he or she look like.
Right. You sure you want to still keep your rating?
Nah, I liked it. I was entertained.
You still entertained? I mean, okay, all right. You was entertained.
Only because of the entertainment factor. But like,
I mean, I was entertained to a degree until I started thinking about it more.
Oh man, I was sitting there going, this shit is stupid. None of this shit got explained. All this stuff we talking about, it wasn't explained at all. And then why? All right. This is a personal thing. Like I was a real police officer. Why all the police officers had to be on foot, but the Fed niggas had carts to ride around the city?
You saw how many was on that one cart?
Yo, it was like 6 Fed niggas on a cart riding up to a scene.
Right.
With a chick laying on the ground. Why? We don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Nobody know. And why is it that this one old woman is the only person that knows? I know who he's somewhere around here. Like.
And that was the thing that Jessica pointed out. Like, for her to be so great, she sucked. If it wasn't for the wife setting this shit up, they still wouldn't know where to even look. And then she had all this stuff in place, and he still got out. She is no good at this shit. She's no good.
This was a wasted this was you're talking about $500,000, close to $1 million operation. For somebody you don't have proof of. Even if you caught this nigga, you don't have no way to keep him. Even if you had the ticket, because remember they found the ticket on the bodies. Even if he had half the ticket, he could have been like, somebody gave me these tickets. I scalped them from out in front of the building. It's reasonable doubt. You have nothing. This was stupid. This whole movie don't make sense from a legal aspect. None of this shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
And matter of fact, everything we're saying now could have still made it work. Think about if he actually would have decided to try his luck leaving. And we create that intensity. We don't know what they're going to ask. But then when he finally get pulled to the side, he tells the doors, okay. And you realize when they ask questions, he even kind of got to look like, that's it? And they're like, yeah, have a good day. He's leaving. But at that point, that's when somebody's piecing together all these incidents and the videos. And now they know who they're looking for, but he didn't already slip through. It makes more sense. You get what I'm saying? And then they can play it out a different way or something.
Right. Or even if they had pieced it together and then he had just slipped out, but they put his face on the theater screen. Then the chick in the neighborhood goes, "Oh, that's such and such from the block. That's the homie."
Oh,
Now
his daughter's friend.
Exactly.
And
That's
her
what I'm saying.
mom's.
Exactly. The mom sees him on the screen. And of course, because she don't like the nigga no way. So of course she gonna snitch this nigga out. Now you know where the fuck the nigga go. So now he thinking he get away. You know what I'm saying? It sets up an even more intense situation. Cause now you see people creeping up on the block, but you know he ADD like a motherfucker. So now he start, you know, he might be like going in the garage to grab something, had the door open, but he randomly sees some shit and go,
yeah, something that triggers to let him know to be alert.
Yeah, nah. This ain't cool. This ain't cool. Mm-hmm. And then boom, now we can get in. Now you've got a more intense film. Close. You know what I'm saying? With shit going on. Like, but this was a teen movie. This was for the kids. This one for grown folk.
I believe that now.
But I will say I respected the film for because they could have easily have gone the slasher route.
Right.
And like left dead bodies everywhere and tried to make it more like, you know, intense. But it was intense for just putting you into these, like you were in the driver's seat with the serial killer. And I respected that. I feel like that was such a unique, like you said, like it's not often that you get to ride shotgun with the killer and it be as intense as it is. Because normally when you have the psycho killer, whether it's Mr. Brooks or Hannibal or whatever, it's like they're in control of everything. You know, they're still undercover. People don't know about them. So they're kind of like moving. And the only thing you're worrying about is he or she going to do something that's going to blow their cover.
Right.
So,
I mean, you still got to give them props for that. Because it was definitely intense without all the murder, kill. You know?
Yeah. They just seriously dropped the ball on the writing and the execution. I mean, just I'm not gonna say the execution, but like the writing, I just feel like it could have been better. It could have been way better. I don't even understand that. I feel like once again, I feel like this was done with 2 passes because the ending fell apart. So it was like, man, the first 2 halves of the first 2 parts of the film, I thought were really good. I mean, outside of the stuff that we obviously was saying,
right.
I was like, man,
You were still in it.
Right, I was still in it. I'm like, all right, cool. But then once we got to that last part where he go back, like, all right, once you go snatch shorty with the limousine, yo, let me tell you something. You can't kill that girl. I was telling my nephew this shit. I said, after she saved that boy, you can't kill that girl because you can't go nowhere. If she come up missing, and like say 12 hours go by and they can't find her, nigga, you have kidnapped a megastar. Your face is going to be on the cover of every television screen. They're going to be, and because of the fact that they'll be like heroic R&B star saves, you know, innocent child gets kidnapped by the murderer. She's gone. She's going to be on the news 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And his face is going to be her face and it's going to be his face. Find this nigga because she's missing, you know, yo, then they're going to be like, American hero gets kidnapped by a fucking monster. They'll have that nigga social security number on the screen.
Everything.
They'll have that nigga underwear side. They'll have everything in the motherfucker. He won't be able to go nowhere. That's why I was like, what the fuck you trying to kidnap her for? What the fuck this going to do? This shit ain't going to do nothing. This ain't saving your situation.
Yeah, I thought he was just ready to just disappear. I mean, but, you know, they wanted to make sure he came back to the house once he figured it out. But, you know. Yeah.
But I kind of liked her reasoning, though. I thought that was kind of slick. I think that was like the only good part about that ending when he was like, well, how the fuck did you, you know, he was just like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, fucking humor me real quick. You know, just tell me. And she was like, nah, nigga, you smell too clean. Nigga, that don't sound like no fire. I was like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, I thought you was cheating, so I followed you. And he was like, so what? I was in a house by myself. He like, I'm in an empty ass house with a chair. She was like, yeah, nigga, that shit weird, nigga.
That shit was fucking with me. She was like, that shit was fucking with me.
That shit's fucking with me. That shit weird, nigga. Like, he said, that's just the place I go to plan shit. Ain't nothing there. I was like, bro, you a weird ass nigga, man.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, Lordy. Oh, track.
I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see after people watch, you know, if there's anything else they point out or if our spoiler discussion actually changes anybody's views on it, because I got a feeling this thing's gonna pop. I mean, it's not gonna do anything like the more recent bigger movies, but I feel like it's gonna be in the top 3 this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so. It's obviously not going to be number one. Deadpool and Wolverine are going to run it for the next month and a half.
Hey, again, this real reviews, and we're looking forward to seeing y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be easy. Real Reviews, live and unapologetic. New episodes every Thursday at 8 at vvclife.com.